Hi, everybody, and welcome once again to Ivy English. I'm Karen.
And I'm Wesley.
Today is September 27th. We're almost to the end of the first month of the new semester.
所以呢，这个今天9月27号，新的学期几乎已经第一个月已经快要结束了。
Right, and today we're going to hear part 2 of an article that we started yesterday. An article that, frankly, for me as an American, is very, very painful to relive. And I'm guessing that for a lot of you, like with Wesley, I felt it also made Wesley feel some pain working through all this stuff again.
Yeah, 因为这个其实真是蛮悲惨的一件事情啊。尤其你如果看到当时那个影片，而且很震惊啊，你真的 shocking.
And they put it on a loop.
Yeah, 而且它一直
replayed and replayed.
对 ，Yeah. 而我还记得那个时候，那个北塔倒下来的时候，因为我那时候看那个美国的那个直接看他们 CNN 的报道， 我还记得那个记者的那个音调。
That's right. The reporter tried so hard to control, it was a guy, I think,
to
control himself, and he did it very well, but...
你感觉得出来，他也是非常的震惊的，他几乎讲不出话来那种感觉的。
And your job is to not show this powerful emotion that you're feeling at the time. That's a tough job.
Yeah, 所以这一切我印象都非常的深。Yeah.
Right. Okay, so once a language teacher, always a language teacher. You're especially noticing these things having to do with language. Our title is September 11th, 2001, A Day of Terror That Shook America and the World, Part 2.
好，我们今天这篇文章的标题跟昨天一样，是重整旗鼓，无畏攻击的美利坚合众国。好，那今天是第2天的文章。
And here's our article for today. When the north and south towers of New York's World Trade Center collapsed from the terrorist attacks on the morning of September 11, 2001, the falling debris from the structures caused massive destruction. Several other buildings were damaged or destroyed by falling rubble or fire, including the Marriott Hotel and other buildings of the World Trade Center complex. Included in this collateral damage was the Cortlandt Street station of New York subway. The damage to the Cortlandt Street station and tunnels was so extensive that at one time authorities considered closing the station permanently and diverting the subway line. However, officials eventually decided that the station was in such an important area that it should be rebuilt as part of the World Trade Center reconstruction project, an ambitious plan that proposed the building of 6 skyscrapers. After undergoing reconstruction work amounting to nearly $160 million, the Cortlandt Street station was officially reopened on September 8, 2018, 17 years after it and the surrounding subway tunnels were severely battered. The modern station, renamed WTC Cortlandt, features a white marble mosaic with words from the U.S. Declaration of Independence and the 1948 United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights on it. It's a reminder that New York has bounced back from that terrible day of September 11, 2001. Perhaps New York City's Metropolitan Transportation Authority, MTA Chairman Joe Lhota said it best. WTC Cortlandt is more than a new subway station. It is symbolic of New Yorkers' resolve in restoring and substantially improving the entire World Trade Center site. Now, it's kind of hard to face at the time, but you cannot be destroyed by terrorism. You have to get up and dust yourself off and rebuild.
所以我们不能对恐怖主义屈服啊！所以你被打击了，就算被击倒了，你要重新站起来啊，然后拍拍身上的灰尘。
When you think about things like this, when something has been destroyed or attacked, just imagine yourself as one of the dead people, one of the people who got killed. After you're dead, would you look down and hope that everybody would just keep crying for you forever?
所以你可以想象，假设你是这个受害者，那你会希望大家因为这件事情，大家都在那边这个垂头丧气，在那边哭泣呀，你会希望这样子吗？
I don't think so. If I died in that attack and I could look back from above or look down from above, I would think, hurry up and rebuild, clean it up and rebuild, be strong. I would not want people to sit around mourning the dead.
Yeah, 好，所以这个 Karen 老师说，如果他是当时的受害者的话，他会希望回头看到大家重新把这地方建设起来，而不是看到大家在那边哭成一团什么的。
That's what we humans have to do, because how many times have things like this happened in history? We cannot count all the times.
Yeah， 你这种大规模的摧毁，其实在历史上发生过很多次的。那最重要的事情是，你要赶快的重建。
Right, back to the beginning. When the North and South Towers of New York's World Trade Center collapsed from the terrorist attacks on the morning of September 11th, 2001, the falling debris from the structures caused massive destruction. Again, this is a very dense sentence. It's a lead here, even though it's part 2 of the article. Brian, our writer, is trying to recap some of the information that we covered yesterday so that in case you didn't tune in yesterday or you kind of forgot some of the details, you can kind of catch up and get into what we're about to talk about. He just wants you to kind of have some background before we jump into the article. And one more thing, I want you to note the word debris. It's Debris. It is from French, and that's why in American English, it's stressed on the second syllable. We don't say debris, we say debris in American. And the S, because it's a French word, is not pronounced. In French, in many words, the final consonant is not pronounced at all. Now, I said American English because it's different in British English. They don't say debris, they say debris.
所以这个字的美式发音重音在第二音节 debris 那英式发音呢，它重音在第一个音节debris 但不过 S 都不发音的。
Right.
好，那这个地方讲到说，当这个北塔跟南塔这个世贸中心的北塔南塔 collapsed 它坍塌下来的时候 from 在这里是表示原因因为什么而坍塌呢？因为这个 terrorist attacks 因为恐怖攻击而坍塌的时候那这时间是2001年9月11号的早晨当2001年9月11号早晨纽约世贸中心的南塔跟北塔因为恐怖攻击而坍塌的时候 the falling 就是在这个掉下来的这些 debris 那些这个瓦砾残骸from the structures 是从这个坍塌中的建筑物所掉下来的这个瓦砾我记得那时候那个灰
Right, huge clouds of dust.
Yeah, 这个灰尘好多好多，这个很可怕伸手不见五指。
Containing a lot of carcinogenic substances.
那里面有很多的这个毒有毒的物质，致癌的物质然后呢，这个落下来那这些东西呢，这些瓦砾残骸呢 ，caused 造成的 massive 就大规模的 destruction。大规模的这个损害。那 destruction 这个字呢，通常是当集合名词来用所以它不加 s。
Right. Several other buildings were damaged or destroyed by falling rubble or fire, including the Marriott Hotel and other buildings of the World Trade Center complex. So it wasn't just the buildings that were destroyed. Other buildings were damaged as well.
好，所以这个 several other buildings 有几个其他的建筑物呢，被这个受到损害因为这个掉下来的东西那么高的建筑物，它掉下来绝对不是只有纸片而已一定有水泥有砖块还有那个办公家具的金属什么的这样掉下来，所以它也这个损伤了或者是 destroyed 摧毁了这个几个其他的建筑那这些建筑是被什么摧毁被什么损伤呢？被 falling一样掉下来的 rubble rubble 这个字呢就是碎砖块瓦砾那在这里它跟 debris 的意思差不多or fire 或掉下来那个火，因为它那个火警嘛，那掉下来之后掉下来物品上面可能还有火那如果就撞到其他建筑物的话，可能也会一起烧起来。
Wesley's right that debris and rubble are really, really close in meaning, but with debris it's much more general. Any kind of 废弃物 can be debris.Just anything that's left, 留下来的一些不要的东西，一些废弃物 any of that can be called debris. But with rubble, it really is 瓦砾堆. It's what's left after like a brick building has been destroyed.
所以 rubble 它其实它是通常用来指这个碎砖、瓦砾堆之类的那 debris 就是比较 general， 就是任何这个残骸废弃不要的东西都可以叫做 debris 好，所以这个有些建筑也被受到损害，或者甚至被摧毁的。那包括怎么样？这个万豪酒店The Marriott Hotel 还有其他的一些建筑是这个World Trade Center 这个世贸这个 complex它这个建筑群里面其他建筑也被摧毁了。
That's right, 群。So complex means there are a lot of buildings that belong really to the same unit.
建筑群的意思
Included in this collateral damage was the Cortlandt Street Station of New York Subway. And in fact, this is a new story for me. So I think the most new information I got from today's articles, because yesterday was just a review of the trauma. Trauma is the 创伤, the things that were so painful to watch and then now to relive. But this part of it, I hadn't read the story of the Cortlandt Street station of the New York subway.
好，所以这是一个我也是我稍微听过，但是不太确定这件事情。但今天我看了之后，原来名字也知道了啊，还有他们本来已经不打算做了啊。
Oh, that's right. But it makes sense because the World Trade Center was so big, so many people worked there. Of course, they should have a subway station nearby. Just think of the 101 MRT station in Taipei.
Yeah.
Think of how many people use that station every day.
Yeah.
And if they just decided not to rebuild it, that would be a huge inconvenience for people. And it's sort of like you're giving in to terrorism.
这个当然这个世贸中心附近那么多办公大楼所以在那里设一个地铁站当然是很正常的而且很重要。那同时呢，如果说这个地铁站在恐怖攻击中被摧毁的那你不想办法重建的话，好像也是有点像跟恐怖分子认输那种感觉所以我想这些理由都是重要的理由，它要重建那不过我们回来看这个句子，他说这个句子有点倒装 ，included 它这个句子原来是它的主词就是 The Cortlandt Street Station of New York Subway 就纽约地铁的这 Cortlandt 这个车站呢 was included in this collateral damage 它被包含在这一次的附带损害里面但是在这里呢，它变成倒装句，它把 included 拿到前面来included in this collateral damage was 什么什么什么
Right, and also note this expression collateral damage. Now here they're talking mainly about buildings and structures, man-made structures. But collateral damage is often used as a euphemism in military language.
这个 collateral damage 其实本来指的是这个军事行动里面呢，这个平民所遭受到的生命财产的损失所以它是个 euphemism 就是我们这作战的时候不小心伤了一些平民但是我们不要说我们伤了平民，我们说这是属于 collateral damage。那 collateral 这个字本来就是 additional 的意思，就是附带的意思，所以这是附带的损害我们本来没有意要损害这些东西的，可是你把这个东西炸了，旁边的这个老百姓的房子多少也会被炸到。
We killed a number of innocent civilians. They are not able to say that. So they say, well, in this operation, there was some collateral damage. That's human lives they're talking about.
Yeah, 所以尤其是军方，他不会说这次这个行动里面呢，总共有多少平民也上升了他这样讲的话，
无辜的，
无辜的平民上升，那这样的话听起来很恐怖而且人家会觉得你怎么这样子可是他如果说这次行动里面呢有一些collateral damage 那你就不会想到说他们其实指的是人命还有财产的损失。
When we hear that, we think 难免
因为他用 collateral 这个字呢，就是给你那种印象，就是难免的啦，这附带的啦所以
Can't help that. It will
没办法
happen.
一定会这样子的所以各位，这个就是语言的厉害的地方那所以其实这让我想到前一阵子很多人在讨论这个人文教育何去何从就是我们在这个时代里面，人文教育还有它的必要性吗？当然有因为各位看现在社会上的一些意见领袖，他们其实都很懂得如何用语言去操纵人心或者用语言来得到他们想要的东西，他们懂得怎么样去运用语言里面一些很 subtle 很细微的东西去操纵你所以如果说你对这些东西你也很敏感的话，那我们不必一定要求去操纵人，但至少我们可以知道我不会被他操纵。
That's right, because once they use this language, 好像是光明正大的在说 and 理所当然的事就是这样子 You are now buying his distortion of reality.
所以例如说这个地方明明他就是伤到平民了那可是他跟你讲说
杀
死平民了然后他跟你说这是 collateral damage 你就觉得会被这个影响到说这是附带的损害，其实不是附带的损害他可以更小心的，他可以不要打这个仗的，他可以不用把飞弹打到城市里面去的。
Right, and I am thinking of this problem every single day because we are now in an age of authoritarianism. And that's really scary because that means that some people are not acting in a democratic way, and it's supposed to be a democratic country, and they are misusing their power. So how do we react? I think the most important thing we have to do now is what you just described. We're going to have to go back to totally revamping our liberal arts teaching or humanities teaching, and also teach people about power, abuse of power, and manipulation of language, and all kinds of things. Those are the things we're going to have to start teaching now in the lower grades, starting from kindergarten. Because otherwise, we've got people who just get sucked into anything that these abusers of power say.
Yeah, 好，所以我想在未来的时代里面，我们教育里面其实很需要教导大家这个你首先你要了解到语言它是有力量的然后同时你要了解到有权利的人他是怎么样运用他的权利然后他怎么样他可能会怎么样想办法掩盖他所利用权利的这个事实然后他还有就是别人讲话的时候你要听得出来他背后到底在讲什么所以我常常跟学生讲说你现在干嘛读文学有人说读文学根本没有办法赚钱没有办法救我的命但是读文学的当你在看这个角色他在讲这件事他讲什么话他做了什么事的时候文学分析就是你可以分析这个角色为什么讲了这句话他讲这句话到底是想要干嘛他做这件事情什么事使他这样做了之后会什么样的影响对周遭的人产生什么样的影响你这些东西去分析之后分析的文学文本等于就在分析你的人生
This is like the elephant in the room of the things that we are not doing in education and that have brought terrible consequences to us.
Yeah, 那这些事情不做的话就会有严重的后果这样简单的说就是你如果人文教育受的训练不够的话你就很容易被骗
Right. Okay, so let's continue. The damage to the Cortlandt Street station and tunnels was so extensive that at one time authorities considered closing the station permanently and diverting the subway line.
好那损伤对于这个车站的损伤 the damage to the station 还有 tunnels 还有它的隧道因为它是地铁嘛was so extensive extensive 就是这个规模很大它的损害的规模非常的大到什么程度呢 at one time 一度曾经有一度 authorities 有关当局 considered 他们在考虑那 considered 后面加动词的话常常会加一个 VING 表示你考虑的是做这件事情考虑的是这件事情他们一度考虑要 closing 要关掉这一个 station 而且是 permanently 就是永久性的关闭那 permanently 就是永久性的然后呢 diverting 改到 the subway line 把这个地铁的路线把它更改一下就是这个车站永远要把它关掉
Diverting is fine. It's more British. In American, I tend to say diverting. Diverting is also possible. And I define 都有 but I say diverting.
好，所以美式的发音比较是 diverting 那 diverting 比较是英式的发音。
However, officials eventually decided that the station was in such an important area that it should be rebuilt as part of the World Trade Center reconstruction project, an ambitious plan that proposed the building of 6 skyscrapers. Now, this sentence contains a lot of information. Take it bit by bit.
好，所以但是呢 officials 就是官方呢 eventually 就是最终经过一段考虑经过一段争论之后最后这个叫做 eventually decided 他们最后决定呢这个 station 它是怎么样 in such an important area 它的位置是如此的重要是非常的重要重要的结果是怎么样呢重要到的结果就是 it should be rebuilt 它应该要被重建 as part of 作为什么东西的一部分重建呢作为这个the World Trade Center reconstruction project 作为这个世贸中心重建计划的一部分也就是重建计划应该要包括这个车站那这个重建计划呢是一个 an ambitious plan 它是一个很恢宏的这个计划就是很有野心企图心很高的一个计划这个计划 that proposed 这个计划它提议the building of 要建造6个 skyscrapers 六栋的这个摩天建筑好所以 proposed 一样 proposed 后面东西是一个名词性质的东西所以在这里他用名词 proposed the building of 6 skyscrapers
After undergoing reconstruction work amounting to nearly $160 million, the Cortlandt Street station was officially reopened on September 8, 2018, 17 years after it and the surrounding subway tunnels were severely battered.
好，所以 undergoing 就是 experience 的意思 experiencing 所以经历了这个reconstruction work 重建的工程那这个工程呢 amounting to 就是它总共加起来总额将近是1亿6千万美金所以是耗资非常庞大的耗资很这个花了很多钱的这样的一个重建这个工程呢在这个事情重建工程完毕之后呢这一个车站the Cortlandt Street Station was officially reopened 正式重新开张在 2018年的9月8号，那这是童伟格告诉你17 years 17年，在 after 在这个车站还有 the surrounding subway tunnels， 在它这个车站跟它周围的这些地铁隧道被摧毁之后17年终于重新开张那这个后面说这一个车站还有它的 surrounding subway tunnels were severely battered， severely 就是很严重的batter 本来是打击的意思，在这里就是被打得垮垮打得碎碎的那种感觉。
Yeah, right. Does it seem like 17 years? Did you kind of jump when you saw that? Oh my gosh, it's been that long.
这个17年了，时间过得真是快。
That's right. The modern station, renamed WTC Cortland, features a white marble mosaic with words from the U.S. Declaration of Independence and the 1948 United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights on it.
好，所以呢，这个现代的这个就是现代化的这一个车站呢，新的这个车站 renamed， 它重新命名为世贸科特兰车站。那 features 就是它有什么样的特色呢？它的特色是它有一个白色的大理石的马赛克 mosaic， 一个拼接起来的那上面有一些画，这个画是从哪里来的呢？从美国的独立宣言，还有从1948年联合国的人权宣言这个里面引的一些话。
Okay, it's a reminder that New York has bounced back from that terrible day of September 11th, 2001.
好，英文的这个it's a reminder that 就相当于中文讲的，它提醒了我们所以它提醒了我们呢或者它提醒人们 New York 纽约 has bounced back。Bounce 是弹的意思所以 bounce back 它原来意思 to recover quickly 很快的就复原了通常是你有一个 setback， 你有一个碰到一个挫折setback， 你有一个 setback 之后你很快弹回来了例如这句话很棒，大家可以背起来the patient bounced back to good health.
Right. I have a friend who went through an unexpected and very unpleasant divorce. And he was just so down and lacking in motivation. Mm-hmm. How did this happen? Why did this happen? Mm-hmm. And he was miserable. But then he bounced back and started doing bodybuilding and eating healthily, paying attention to his children because he ended up having the children most of the time. He just completely rebuilt his life.
Wow.
And he's just an inspiration now. He looks really strong and slim and muscular. And, he's always posting about his kids. Mm-hmm. And I thought, wow, did he ever bounce back?
所以 bounce back 这个 Karen 老师讲他有一个朋友这个离婚了本来心情非常的沮丧但是后来他开始这个健身然后开始这个注意他的饮食，然后也开始关心他的小孩，所以他现在就是 bounced back那会把这些事情贴在他的那个脸书上面那你看他就觉得他是个 inspiration， 就让人觉得这很振奋人心就是你可以从失意当中这么快的重新找到自己，这是很棒的事情。
It took a while. It didn't happen immediately. And he didn't start paying attention to his kids. He always did. I mean, he was always very close to his kids.
Okay.
But since the kids stayed with him, he put a lot of time and he gives them really a lot of loving attention. So overall, you think, my gosh, he's really bounced back.
Yeah, 所以他一直很疼爱他的小孩了只是现在因为离婚之后，小孩跟他大部分时间都跟他在一起，所以他可以花更多的时间跟小孩在一起。所以这都是很棒。他这个时候就是我们可以用 bounce back， 所以不一定说是很快回来，但总之就是他弹回来了。
Right.
Yeah, 他弹回他原来的那个样子，而且
very successfully.
而且很成功的，会让你觉得甚至于比之前可能说明还更好。
Right.
Yeah.
Like you're even stronger and even healthier.
Yeah, 所以 bounce back 有这些 implication 你弹回来了，而且甚至于比原来还要更好了。
Perhaps New York City's Metropolitan Transportation Authority, MTA Chairman Joe Loda said it best. WTC Cortland is more than a new subway station. It is symbolic of New Yorkers' resolve in restoring and substantially improving the entire World Trade Center site. And what Wesley said also reminded me of discussions that I had with Germans, talking about what happened after World War II, because Germany was largely destroyed.
Yeah.
But because of the destruction, they rebuilt and they modernized more quickly than most other countries.
所以这个让我们想到德国这个德国在二次大战之后呢，它其实大战中德国大部分都被摧毁了，可是他们很快的重建，而且因为城市被摧毁重建的时候，他们反而能够更加现代化的可以建立一个更现代化的都市
faster than the other countries.
Yeah, 比其他国家都快。所以他这里说，也许这个纽约大都会交通运输局的这个主席他这个 Joe Loda 他说 said it best， 就是他说的最好，叫做 said it best。 他说什么呢？他说这个WTC Cortland 就是他这个新的车站呢 is more than 它不只是一个新的 subway station 不只是一个新的地铁站 it is symbolic of to be symbolic of 就是它象征了纽约的 resolve 就是决心determination 纽约的决心在哪方面的决心呢？ New Yorkers 纽约人的决心这纽约客的决心在哪方面的决心呢？在resolve in restoring 它重新恢复，而且不只是恢复而已，还要 substantially improving 还要大大的 substantially 就是 greatly 大大的改善这个整个的 World Trade Center site 这个整个的世贸中心的这个地址就遗址或者现址，所以我们不但要 restore 而且要 substantially improve it 这是有一种决心在那边。
Thank you, Brian, for ending on a very optimistic note.
所以这个Brian 老师他这篇文章最后写的让你觉得感觉到蛮振奋的这样子的话就不会就一直觉得这911不会沉浸在那个哀伤的那个感觉里面。
I don't want to be stuck there. I don't think anybody does.
No.
We have a few short listening and reading comprehension questions. Number 1, what did people originally think was the cause of the first plane crash into the World Trade Center? Now, Wesley knows that firsthand. The answer, so go ahead first.
Yeah. 人们本来以为第一次飞机撞上世贸中心的原因是什么呢？
They thought it was B, a strange accident.
答案是 B， 大家以为这是个很奇怪的意外。
2, which is the correct order of the attacks that happened on September 11th, 2001?
下列何者是2001年911攻击的正确顺序？
The answer is D, North Tower, South Tower, Pentagon, Flight 93.
答案是 D，北塔先倒，然后接下来是南塔，然后五角大厦受到攻击，然后呢第93号班机这个坠落。
That short answer makes you relive the whole thing once more. Number 3, what does battered in the second paragraph of day 2 mean?
第二天文章里面第二段的 battered 是什么意思呢？
The answer is C, damaged.
是被破坏的意思，它本来是痛击敲打的意思，但在这里就是变破坏的意思。
Number 4, which of the following is true according to the passage?
根据本文，下列叙述何者正确？
The answer is A, the Cortlandt Street Station reopened in 2018.
就是科特兰街车站在2018年重新开张了。
So, ending on a very optimistic